Welcome back to another episode of The Murder Mystery Machine. We're jumping right back into the action with apparently being owed an apology. Was ist das? For what? The way I was when you first came down here. I was out of line and you didn't deserve it. And truthfully, you've become one of a few people in this place I can trust. Now, I feel bad for being asked to snitch on him, but to be fair, we did refuse to do it.
Yeah, we did.
We did. So we're one of the...
I'm still here too, by the way. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I was getting round to that. Are you going soft on me? Take the opportunity to see the soft side now. You won't see it again anytime soon. Well,
as long as it doesn't get hard on us.
I appreciate it, but you don't owe me anything. We're partners now. Well then, partner, it's about time... Oh, sorry. Well, I was going to say, it's about time to get going. It's about to get a whole lot worse. Case just came in, and it's a 16-year-old kid. Oh, great. Dead kids, that's just what I want. And that's just what I want in the YouTube metadata as well. Fucking hell. Right.
You heard it here first, folks. Shiki wants dead kids.
Dead you in a minute. So, you ready to go investigate some dead kids?
Sure. My favourite kind.
Wait a minute. $8:15 p.m. It's another late one for us today.
Yeah.
Crime scene with such a young victim. It's harder than I thought it would be. It won't be our last. You'll need to get used to it. You're a voice of optimism. I just wish we didn't have to. So, I guess we talk to our witness first of all, I suppose, or whoever you are. Max, I presume. Yeah, that's me. You called this in, so I need to ask you some questions. Tell us about what happened, first of all. Walk me through what happened here. On our way home, minding our own business, when Zeke and his boys attacked us. Oh, with a name like Zeke, I already... with a name like Zeke, I already presume they're an arsehole. I don't know who they are. Presumably somebody the characters know. So, you know your attackers, huh? Zeke Matthews and his gang of thugs. Everybody knows him. It's the guy you want. He killed Justin. Okay,
it can't be that easy.
No, probably not. Any other witnesses? It'd be hard for a crowd like that to go undetected on the street. Even if someone did see, they'd keep their mouth shut round here. Okay, fine. Tell us about the victim. His name's Justin Kugler. He's a good guy, and he's... well, he was my friend. Oh, I'm sorry.
Kugler, that surname sounds familiar.
Yeah, is it like an actor's name or something you're familiar with?
I'm not sure. Is it popped up in this?
No, we haven't heard the name yet. You said that you and Justin were both attacked, but you managed to get away without a mark. Pourquoi? I knew what was coming as soon as I saw them, so I told Justin to run, but he wouldn't follow me. So you ran away and you left him there. I hid. He's crazy. You should have seen the look in his eye. He was out for blood. So, tell us about what happened when you came back. So, he's attacked, you run and hide, then what? Waited until they'd gone, and then I came out and he was covered in blood and wasn't moving, so that's when I called for help. What? You alright?
Don't know whether that picked up or not.
I heard you making a big loud wet sniff into the microphone, yes.
I tried not to.
You also tried not to fart, but that picked up during panel key as well.
The microphone betrayed me.
Fucking trumpet trousers that you are. Must have been a scary time for you. You did the right thing calling us. I should have done more, I just didn't know what to do. And then maybe I could have saved him. Aha. So we got a lot of information from that.
Max smells like garbage.
Ah, okay. I'm assuming that's where he hid. He hid in the rubbish.
Yeah. In the dumpster.
There's not a lot else to go on other than the corpse over here. Hello. How are you? Oh, he's dead.
Dead.
He was beaten to death.
Well, there's lots of baseball bats around.
There's one right here, as a matter of fact. Which is charred.
Baseball bat.
Maybe they tried to burn off like the DNA so it couldn't be connected
True.
by setting fire to it.
Yeah. Well, we can investigate the dumpster now as well.
Yes, I'll look at that in a
Tyres.
minute.
Oh, recently extinguished tyre fire.
Well, that might explain that.
Yeah, recently burned. Yeah.
We'll go look at the bins. Oh, there's another one over there, actually.
And there's something by Scrungus's feet.
The body?
No.
Oh,
Partner.
over there. What did you call him?
Scrungus.
Why? It's a name and a half. Why
I
did you...
don't know. Because his eyes are looking in opposite directions.
Are they?
He's got like a very Sid the Sloth type face.
Huh. God, I've not thought about the Ice Age films in a long time. Isn't there like 5 or 6 of them? I only saw the first 2.
I think there's at least 5.
Bloody hell. I mean, there's like 6 or so Sharknado films as well, which didn't need to get made.
I don't think they're quite comparable, to be honest.
No, but it's a needless amount of sequels.
I suppose.
Is more the point I was
For
getting at.
Sharknado, anyway.
Yeah.
Can't really say whether the Ice Age sequels are needless or not, because I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, I only saw the first 2, and I remember the second one being shite anyway. It's not a film
I know
that
the
really
third
need...
one was alright.
What was the third one?
I think that was the one where they found the dinosaurs.
Right, okay. Tell us about the bloody bat. The bloody bat, mate. Tell us about it. Have you ever seen it before? That's the bat that Zeke used to kill Justin. He was swinging around like a madman. And he was the only one using the weapon. You seem pretty sure it was him. He was the only one. He was number 1. Okay, tell us about the charred bat, the second one. If he was the one swinging the bloody one, whose is this? That's mine. I know how shady it might look, but I panicked and threw it in the fire. You have to believe... We don't have to believe shit. What were you doing with it in the first place? In this area, you gotta be packing something. So you walked around with a baseball bat. I wouldn't use it, it was just to scare people off. No, that was the plan anyway. Okay, tell us about the knife we found. That's Justin's. That belongs to the victim. Okay. Tell us why you're stinky. Yeah, I hid in the dumpster. I didn't think they'd dig me out of there. They didn't even try? Nah, guess they were too busy. How convenient. So the knife belongs to the victim, apparently.
What was that?
What was what?
Was that a Discord notification on my end or your end?
I didn't get... Well, it wouldn't have been mine, because I'm set to Do Not Disturb, so it was probably you.
Yeah, it's Joe.
Oh, what does he want?
No, he was just replying to the group chat.
Oh, anything interesting? Because I can't look at it right now.
No.
Oh. Okay, then. Wow.
Okay, right now.
Okay, there's a few other things to look at here. Apparently the flick knife belongs to Justin.
Okay. So we can connect that to Justin then.
We can, although I don't think it's our what. We just know it
No, but
apparently
it just
belongs to him.
substantiates it.
Yeah.
Charred baseball bat can be linked to self-defense.
You think?
Well, yeah, because he said that's what his baseball bat was carried for.
Yes, but we're looking at is that was self-defense our motive.
Oh, I see.
And apparently it belonged to Max here.
Yeah.
The bloody baseball bat apparently belongs to Zeke. Whoever that is. I know, the self-defense we might come back to, maybe we could link that to...
No, the self-defense, we can link that with the flick knife, because it was bloody.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Wait, no, the bat was bloody. I don't know if the knife was.
No, it did. I'm pretty sure it said that the.
Okay, I don't recall.
Well, no, it was still carried for self-defense anyway. Possible. Oh, I don't know.
I don't recall. Let's. Oh, there's a thing we missed.
Oh, there's something over there in the bush.
Yes. A backpack.
A backpack. Ah, this could. I'm going to say there's got to be something because we're missing a Y.
Oh, hello.
Or bag of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be having that, thank you.
Excuse you?
A bit of a delayed reaction there.
Not from my end, it wasn't. Justin's ID in the backpack. So we can put those together.
Okay.
And a bag of the wacky backy, as my grandma would call it.
Yeah, we're still missing a Y though, because it says there's two.
Yeah, I think we might get one if we talk to Max over
we've
here.
got to talk. Well, we need to talk to our partner as well, possibly.
See what he says in a second. Tell us about the magical substances in his backpack. He never told me anything about that. Okay, so I'm not sure how Zeke knew you both would be here in the first place. Was he meeting for a deal? As I said, he never said anything to me about the substances. If he was meeting Zeke, he would have told me. Like he told you about the stuff in his bag. Okay, well, maybe he was. How he found us isn't important, it's what he did. I mean, how he found you is kind of important if he's our murderer, just saying.
Yeah.
He'll be together with all those thugs, the big man hiding behind his gang. Not so much a big man if he's hiding, though, is he? Sounds like a small guy. So he runs with a gang. May have been buying or selling those. There we go, so we got some more Ys that have popped up now.
Ah, yeah, drug deal gone bad, that's not a bad one.
And gang-related incident, I can link to that. I think we've got all of our bits and pieces.
Yes, I think it's gang-related incident or drug deal gone bad.
Yeah.
They're the two of our Ys.
Yeah, and the two different bats, I think, are our... Or possibly the knife, actually, if it's not the burnt one. Because, like, we're not going to get anything off the burnt one. All the DNA and things would have been contaminated, so...
The knife was over by Skungus.
Just call him partner.
I forget what his name is.
Nate.
No, yeah, that was it.
So I think that we should put the knife and the regular baseball bat in.
I'm not so sure.
I don't think we can get anything off the burnt one. Because as I say, it says compromised evidence. It's been so it's not going to be of much use to us.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was thinking more in terms of potentially which ones were used in the attack.
Yeah, but we have no way of knowing if all this stuff's been burnt off of it.
No.
And it's been damaged, etc., because it was in the fire. So.
Okay, so what? Who have you put in as the first two?
Mr. Zeke Matthews, whoever that is. I'm not sure who to put in, because, like...
Max Glover.
Probably Max, yeah, because...
Well, there isn't anyone else, is there?
I mean, there's the victim.
Justin's dead.
He is? Right, I'll pop this in, see what it says. What?
Yeah. Max Glover is hiding something. He's not telling us the whole truth.
I think you're right. Nope.
Oh.
What did we get wrong there? Maybe it is the charred baseball bat and not the knife. Try it and see.
Yeah, I was right. We didn't get many correct substantiations, though.
No, we didn't. We did pretty poorly on that one. Oh well. Never mind. We at least got to the answer, even if we didn't get there the right way.
We would have still got an A rank if we didn't get that wrong guess the first time.
Yeah, you're right. Hello, game. Oh, there we go. 9:30 p.m. Ugh. You alright? Yeah, it's just he was so young. Well, let's make sure we find some justice then. We got anything from the lab yet? The bloods from the bat and the grass are with them, and they should be confirmed as the victim. I'll run the bloody baseball bat for prints. And where are we on COD? It's coming in. And the contents of the backpack? ID for the victim, confirming his name and age, and a security pass for Dali, a game studio. We're looking into it. We need to talk to the mum as well. I don't get any easier. Have fun with that. Great. I mean, it could be it was like you haven't played LA Noire. I know we'll get around to it eventually, but there's a bit where you come home to like the person who's been murdered's address, and the kid answers the door, and Cole Phelps just doesn't hold back and is like, "Yeah, your mum's dead. Answer my questions." And it's just like, fucking hell, mate. Steady on, Phelps. And it's just Phelps doesn't care, and you could choose to be like, you know how you can do truth, doubt, lie, and stuff. What doesn't really come across is that the truth and doubt thing is left over from being good cop, bad cop, but it got renamed for some reason. So you can just choose to doubt or call her a liar on everything, and even though you're interrogating her in what is supposedly a helpful thing, he will start shouting at her and being really abusive. And he calls her out, he's like, "You lie, you never even liked your mother, did you?" It's like, fucking hell, she just died, mate. It's absolutely hysterical.
Nice.
Phelps is a dick. It's great. He's also played by one of the actors who's in Mad Men.
Yep.
I forget his name. Right, let's do it. We're back at the diner again.
Oh yeah.
Hooey! I knew we'd come back here, I just couldn't remember when.
Oh, she works here.
Ah.
See, I knew we'd seen her surname before.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean,
yeah.
It's been like 2 weeks plus since we did episode 1, okay? I don't remember.
Was that episode 1? No, it wasn't. It was episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah, but even so, it's been a while, I don't remember.
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah, because it was...
Not directly where I'd heard the name, but...
Well, fair enough. Just can't believe that he's gone. Oh.
What kind of voice is that?
I don't know.
Stop it, Ron.
Oh. Gaudium Leviosa. If anybody knows that Flash animation, I'll leave it at that.
It's cursed.
It is. Akio Bomb. Yeah, it is particularly cursed, yeah. Mind if you ask some questions about Justin? Yeah, go on. Tell us about Justin, about your son. He was a good kid, I know every mum says that, but yeah, he was. Any enemies to speak of? Yeah, maybe she didn't know about that. No, he was focused on his internship and making something of himself. Okay, so he was interning at the game studio, presumably. He wanted to make video games. He was yeah, there we go. Interning at the game studio. Dali. School and a job. Yeah, go on.
To be honest, if this is what she's saying is true, now I'm theory crafting here.
Feel free.
That maybe he was this just innocent kid, and it was Max that dragged him into all this shit and, you know, put the drugs in his backpack, etc.
So do you think they belong to Max?
I think maybe Justin was pressured into doing stuff he didn't really want to do and it got him killed.
I have a vague recollection that you might be right. And to be honest, that's usually the way these kind of stories go, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the trope, innit? But we'll see what happens.
I mean, you can always cut this out and leave the audience in suspense, but...
No, I like hearing you try. School and a job. Must have been working pretty hard then. Yeah, I was proud of him. School was starting to fall into the background, but I knew he was set for good things. If he was interning after school, what time would he normally get home? He would usually get to the diner for about 6:45. Latest, eat here. I'd have it waiting for him. And he didn't say anything about going somewhere else yesterday, the park where he was found. Was that on his route home? No, he would always walk that way, but he never ran into trouble before. Aha, so tell us about Max then. I know him, don't think much of him. He was always hanging around Justin. Why, what's he got to do with this? We're just following up on all connections. We need all the facts if we're going to catch his killer. He was always getting Justin into trouble. Nothing serious, I just had a bad feeling about him.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about Zeke then. Did you ever hear Justin mention Zeke Matthews? Now there's trouble. Max may have been a bit of a punk, but Zeke was bad to the bone. Were Justin and him friends? Zeke was a bully. I told Justin to stay away from him, and everybody knew what he was like. In fact, what about Justin's dad? Is he around? He hasn't been around for a long time. Does he have any contacts with him? Oh god no, you mentioned his name and that would set him off. So just you and Justin in the house then. We live with my mum. She's not so well, so we look after her too. And tell us about the magical mushrooms that we found in his backpack. He'd never be involved in those, so why are you bringing them up? Because some were found at the scene, so we have to ask the question. There is no way they belong to Justin. They must have been planted. Yeah, you accusing me, missus? I don't think so. Who was with him? I'm sorry, but, you know, can't disclose any more information than that. It's a bit rude. So, got a wealth of information about his home life there. There's a lot of information there.
Okay, well, interned Dolly, we can link that with the Dolly location.
Yes. We know that the two of... Excuse me. We know that the two of those are going to...
Yeah. You could have probably moved the Dolly over to the other side, to be fair.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I probably could. Whatever. It's been a long day. My brain is not working properly. I spent, like, what time did I get to the office today? I got to the office around about 2 o'clock. I spent, yeah, a good 5 or 6 hours sorting through cassette tapes today, so you could shut up.
Hamburger.
Mr. Stanfield's trying to keep you too long. Yeah. Ask you a few questions. Where's the... Oh, yeah, I didn't even see the hamburgers. They're back there. They're big hamburgers as well.
Making me hungry.
Me too, actually. I've not had dinner yet. So, tell us about Donna. How well do you know him? She's worked here for a couple of years. We're pretty close, I guess. Are you two involved, then, you say? There was a time when I thought it was going that way, but she's got so much on her plate, so just, you know, leave her be.
Yeah.
Tell us about her relationship with her son. What was that like? She was devoted to her boy after Dad left, was all she had. Did you see yourself replacing his dad? I told you it's not like that. She doesn't have time for a relationship, well, not while she's caring for her own mum as well. So take it you must know Justin pretty well. He was a decent kid, hadn't seen him around here as much as I used to. Busy with his internship, apparently. Turns like he was really making a go of his life. He was. Spent most of his time there after school. Wouldn't normally get to the diner till late, maybe 8:15. Donna missed having him here more. Okay. Do you know much about his friend Max? From what Donna says, he was the instigator to whatever trouble Justin would get into. But, you know, they were boys being boys. Aha. Tell us about Zeke then. What's he got to do with anything? They weren't friends. I'm getting to that. Is there something you can tell me about him? Why would I know anything about him? He's a prick. His father should have put him in line a long time ago. Okay, and how's business here? Yeah, things are picking up finally. Been a tough few years. The new water treatment plant is helping, and the area, without it, things would have gone from bad to worse.
It's that water treatment plant again.
Yeah, I mean, everything is self-contained to a local area and things.
I suppose.
So, we have one piece of information now which is relevant to us, is that the times don't corroborate.
Yes, I was thinking that, because he said, what, like 8?
8:15?
Yeah.
And yeah.
She said 6:45. Bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Reacted nervously to Zeke question. Interesting. Yeah, it did sound a little bit personal. The way he was talking about him and his dad.
I don't think is there anything else you think we can link here as well?
Can you reacted nervously to Zeke question with Zeke?
I can, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No, it's just substantiation. Because he's our who.
You think he's our who still?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's Max.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have pointed fingers at Max.
Yeah, being a bad influence. Although Reed did say Max is a normal kid, so he did really pointed fingers at him.
No, but he did say that he was the one who would link them together with any trouble, but it was boys being boys. So, but you know, he still points to the fact that he was somewhat of a not great influence on him. It could be Max. You could be right. Let's see what Mum has to say in regards to the discrepancy in time. There's a phone over there we can look at too.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about Justin's schedule. He would mention that he was arriving at the diner later than you thought. Could you have been mistaken? Well, it was around that time, but I suppose he was showing up later recently. I worried that he would burn himself out working so late, but I knew he was doing what he wanted to do. Tried to have his dinner ready for him coming in, but it was hard to know his schedule recently. Okay. So she confirms the unknown whereabouts.
Well, we can link that with
the internship, I assume.
No, I think it's whatever Max had got him involved with, to be honest.
Oh, I know, but we don't know that yet, do we? We're just we're projecting ahead.
We can link it with that for now.
You think it's the internship interfering?
Well, no, I don't, but
for this scene at the moment.
For this scene at the moment, yeah.
This is a right tangled web.
Yeah.
of lies. Both of them are pointing the finger at Max here, in some regards. Let's see what the phone has to say. Oh, hoi hoi. Oh, the
Broken
phone's broken.
Vandalism?
That might be why.
Zeke Matthews?
That might be why he reacted nervously to Zeke, because he vandalized the phone.
Yeah, broken phone. Maybe connect that to Zeke Matthews, potentially. Although...
We don't know he did it yet.
No, we don't. Is there any more dialogue options to unlock?
Yeah,
Yes.
there is at least one. Busier than usual, perhaps, with broken phone? No.
No, try linking that with Reed Stanfield.
What?
Or, actually no, water treatment plant recently opened can be busier than usual.
Yeah. Remember, we don't have to substantiate everything.
No. The recently opened water part, you could try connecting that.
To what?
Busier than usual.
Doesn't mean anything. See if there's anything else here that we've missed if I turn around as well. 'Cause sometimes there is.
Actually, I did spot
Oh,
something
hello.
that could... Oh, there's graffiti.
There is.
That looks like a gang tag.
Zeke's tags on it.
Yep.
There we go.
Well, we can link that to Zeke Matthews then.
Yeah, he's been here. Vandalism and graffiti. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So, come on, fry cook boy. Spill more beans. Tell us
Sponge
about-
boy, me Bob.
Tell us about the vandalism in the diner. I don't know what to tell you. Can't be the first person to tell you how much of a punk he is. I'd be right in thinking it was his handiwork then. You did seem a bit unsettled when I brought his name up. Well, it ain't fun having your livelihood jeopardised by it. Yeah, it's not. It's not. I understand. It's an upsetting experience. I wanted to stand up to him, but I suppose I never had the guts. Okay, so Zeke and his gang have damaged your business. Who wants to come to a diner and be threatened and harassed? Yeah, I mean, I suppose I would, to be honest. Can understand your frustration. You mentioned the business has picked up. Has he not been back recently? Not since the graffiti. I think he got bored and moved on to annoy someone else. So maybe we do have more information about Zeke now. Maybe we could still link him as our who.
Yeah.
Because whilst they say that Max is a bad influence on him, Zeke has been here and vandalised and damaged the place. We know he's got a violent streak.
I'm not sure if the 645 one or the 815 one.
I don't think it's either, actually. I think it's whereabouts unknown over here.
Yeah.
Which is what I meant to pick before I realised I moved
There
it.
was another one that I noticed. Whereabouts unknown.
Yeah.
Between could also be linked with Donna says Justin was working overtime. That could be a correct substantiation.
Yes, I think you're right, actually. Should we pop this in?
Sure.
Where's a superhero to solve all your crimes and things for you when you need them?
I know Daredevil, I'd have this sorted.
Have you watched the new series yet?
I have. I watched the first 2 episodes today.
Oh, we got some of them. Was it any good?
Yeah. It literally just felt like season 4 of the Netflix series.
Well, that's what you want, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I liked the Daredevil series. We'll get into it in a minute. I'll just get through this dialogue. Don't go making the mum any promises. I'm not going to. Mean it, been here before. It doesn't end well. Cause of death has been confirmed as blunt force trauma. Justin was, as Max claimed, beaten to death. And a background check on Max Glover is in. Frequent trouble with Amor, mostly misdemeanors, although this is interesting. Affiliations with local gangs. You kept that quiet. Zeke Matthews? Uniform confirm everything we've heard. Real piece of work. Vandalism, petty theft, assaults, and surprise, surprise, connected to a local gang. How are we doing with the blood work? Blood and DNA on the baseball bat has been confirmed as belonging to Justin. It looks like it's our murder weapon. Any prints? Inconclusive. Figures. There's also a logo on the bat, and I'm sure I've seen it before. Maybe we should pay a visit to the game studio next. If we're going to get anywhere with this case, we need more information from friends and family. You're not going to come? I'm going to check out the logo on the bat. Leave it with me and I'll track it down. Yes. So, Daredevil, as we were saying.
Yes.
I liked it. Yeah, I haven't seen the new series yet.
No. You'll probably have to wait until I come round in April before you can watch it.
Yeah, I know. As of the time of when this is going to be uploaded, it'll be... I don't know. But as of the time we're recording this, the new series premiered yesterday.
Well, no, it was today, actually. It was yesterday. It was midnight yesterday in the US.
Okay, fair enough.
It was today for the UK.
Okay, fair. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, like... Yeah, I liked the Daredevil series. I wasn't really that bothered about the other ones. I liked... Well, actually, no, that's not true. I liked Jessica Jones.
Well, you didn't watch Punisher, so you can't really say.
No, I didn't watch Punisher, you're right. I didn't get round to that one before I closed my Netflix account. And I thought Iron Fist and Luke Cage were a bit boring.
Yeah. I'd say Punisher and Daredevil and season 1 of Jessica Jones were the best out of them.
Yeah, I like Jessica Jones, and that's not just because I find Kristen Ritter attractive. It was actually a good series. I even liked...
Is that a hot tub?
Yes, I think it might be. I'm not sure how you say that name. I'm not sure how you say that. It's two consonants which you wouldn't normally have together in English, so I have no idea.
I've got no idea.
So, Kevin. Okay, that's fine. We'll just call you Kevin. Only a few questions. Tell us about Justin. What was your impression of him? He seemed like a good kid, keen to learn, initially anyway, but that didn't last long. Oh, okay. You don't sound overly impressed with him? I think the novelty wore off and he realised this was actually a job. It got to the point where he was always late if he showed up at all. Well, that's very different from what his mum said. Do you have any ideas to pull why? I know it's a cliche, but I think you fell in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
The wrong crowd, huh? Kids these days would rather join a gang and run around town causing trouble than actually do something with their lives. You know that the fucking Barney the Dinosaur series was changed from Barney and the Gang to the Backyard Friends because the association with gangs in the 90s on kids' TV has censored it. Seriously, yeah. Because, yeah, it's a genuine thing. It's wild. Like, oh God, there was a whole bunch of that and stuff. Like, there was a really shit NES game called Wally Bear and the No Gang, which is all about saying no to drugs because it's bad. And the 90s, you want to be in the cool kind of gang where you don't do any stuff like that. And the game is terrible. Tell us about his behaviour. When did his attitude change? Okay, one thing after the next. I started out with high hopes for him. Then his friend turned up at the office, and when I asked why he was here, he blew me off like a sullen kid. You were his boss, surely you said something. I tried, but it fell on deaf ears. I'm sorry to say, most of the time it was easier just to ignore him. So why'd you keep him on then? Why didn't you just let him go? Ordinarily, I would have, especially with an intern, but I was doing it for his mum. So you know Mrs. Kugler? We knew each other from high school. It was her that contacted me. She wanted work for Justin. It wasn't even paid, but she was adamant and said that it was what he wanted. Aha. So what about the mystery visitor then that you mentioned, his friends? Well, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but in this case, he looked like one of the wrong crowd that I mentioned. He came in, said Justin had something for him, and when I told him he wasn't here, he left. Did he say what Justin had for him? I think it was more Justin had something to sell, if you catch my drift.
Yep.
Would you recognise him if you saw him again? I don't know if I'd recognise his face. I'd be more likely to remember his tattoos. Oh, okay. Bear that in mind. Justin been getting...
Yeah,
So what-
because if we
Yeah.
can cross-reference tattoos between Max or Zeke.
Justin had been getting home later recently, but you implied that he wasn't working late. He wasn't here. He was usually gone by close of business. What time roughly would you say that was? 5 p.m? He would be long gone. It's normally just me left in the office. It's the life of a game producer. Why do I feel like this character is a self-insert for the developer in some way, having a whinge?
Possibly.
I'll be in touch if I need anything else. Thanks for your time, Kevin. No problemo. So, mystery visitor. Let's investigate the office a little bit more.
Yes.
That does look like a hot tub, you're right.
I think it is.
Don't know why that's in here, but...
Strange drawings.
They could be...
Vague.
They could be drawings for, like, enemy designs for a game or something.
Yeah.
And look at... This carpet is so 70s. And look at
It
it.
is.
This entire office is.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that computer on the left looks like... it looks like a
Yeah,
bloody...
that's old.
Yeah, that looks like an Amstrad machine. Well, maybe it's a Commodore keyboard, actually, now that I think about it.
Game over.
There's VHS tapes around, shitty CRT tellies. Those look like Sega Genesis controllers.
Yeah.
Or Mega Drive, I suppose, but it'll be Genesis to the Americans who make up most of my audience. We were discussing about when we think this game was set. I mean, with the bloody arcade machines and cassette tapes and the size of the fucking video camera in the office, we suspected 90s, but who knows, maybe this is the 80s.
Possibly.
Because we don't know when this is set. Important, all employees sign out all equipment every time. The sign-up sheet has not been kept up to date and things have gone missing. There was one other thing.
Yes, there's something over on the desk by the window.
I think that might be his workstation.
Possibly.
From unknown to Justin. I hear you're the guy to talk to. Trying to get my hands on something for the weekend. Looking for top grades, I heard yours is the best. If you're around tonight, I can meet you at the downtown park at 7 p.m. Well, well. I think we can link all those together, don't you?
Yeah. Email to Justin can be linked with a mystery visitor.
Yeah, I think it can. This one seems easier than the last episode so far.
So far.
Is there anything else in here?
We can talk to
Yes,
Kevin.
we can. Yes, we can talk to Kevin. I'm just seeing if there's anything else around the office that we might have missed.
Every time I hear the name Kevin, I just think of that fucking sea cucumber from SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah, there's a reference. I've not thought about that in a long time. Tell us about the email. You only have one Justin working here, presumably. That was his work terminal over there. I unlocked it for you before you arrived. I take it that email is news to you. If there ever was a sign he was involved in something, he shouldn't be. Yeah, that's fair enough. Tell us about the office notice. Sign about missing equipment? Things have been going missing, and as expected, no one seems to know anything about it. What sort of things? As Damo's pipes in the background creak ominously.
Yeah, can't do anything about that, I'm afraid.
Do they go right through your room or something?
They're sort of like up above the corner of my room, which is behind me. But it's just that when they get hot water run through them sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, there's like an ominous ticking in the background.
Yeah, they've just always done that.
Makes me think, I can't remember what number it is, but there's an SCP creature which is based on like an old German nursery rhyme folktale, which is like, it's a giant bird which stalks people and makes a ticking noise as it stalks them.
Okay.
And then when the ticking noise stops, that means it's about to attack.
Right.
And I can't remember which one it is, but that's going to bug me. If you're familiar with SCP, just pop it in the comments section, because that's going to annoy me for like the next several days.
Or how to get pipes to stop banging as well.
Sounded like it was small things going missing. It was when pricier items started walking out the door that I noticed. How pricey are we talking? Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't drugs.
Thousands of dollars worth of equipment missing in the space of a couple of months. Huh, okay, what about the strange drawings then?
I think the drugs were potentially planted in. It might have been the equipment that he was selling.
It's possible. It's possible. Tell us about the
Either that or he
drawings.
was selling those to get the drugs.
Or both, yeah, potentially. Found them on Justin's desk. He was a talented artist, but they weren't for any of our projects. So you've not seen them before. I certainly hadn't asked him to work on anything like that. It almost looks like a tattoo design or logo.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, we could link that with memorable tattoo, potentially.
Yeah, I think we probably can.
Tattoo designs. Yep.
It seems like a fairly obvious one. As I say, it's not been too hard so far. A few more questions about Justin?
No.
What the hell was that?
Somebody in the bathroom.
I just heard...
Knocking things over.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Tell us about the designs. The drawings you mentioned, they look like a tattoo. What makes you say that? Well, the guy who came in asking for Justin had something similar on his forearm, just faded. Do you think you could have copied it from him? Maybe. Wasn't identical, but similar enough, like an updated version. Oh. Okay. Maybe he was...
Okay, I think I...
Yes.
Spotted something else then. Hang on, I need to look for it again. Missing equipment. Try linking that with looking to buy something.
Yes, that's the thing I was going to link next.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh shit, wrong button. Any suspects for the missing equipment? Yeah, a few months ago, I wouldn't have even thought it could be Justin, but too coincidental with his attitude change and that friend of his showing up left me no choice. No choice but to do what? Well, when he was away from his desk, I went through his bag. I know as an employer I shouldn't have, but it was my equipment flying out the door. Pretending you hadn't just told the cop that you broke the law, did you find any sign of missing equipment? Nothing. Only more of the drawings. He wasn't happy when I questioned him either. You told him you'd been through his bag. Well, I had to try and get the truth. He was my only real suspect, but I got nothing. Okay, so tell us what you think. You appear to have seen a real Justin, so what do you think happened to him these past few months? Even after everything, I hope it wasn't a gang he got himself involved with, but judging by the looks of the company he kept, he had the opportunity to make something of himself and he threw it all away. So 2 very different pictures of our victim here.
Yeah, but only one of them is true.
Well, we've got 2 Ys and we've got 3 potential ones. But we can't find any evidence for the missing equipment, so I think it's probably the other 2.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We couldn't know that the equipment was him. He couldn't.
No.
So no proof
But
he
I think
stole
it
the
is.
equipment. Yeah, there's no proof that he stole the equipment, no.
Yeah, you need to link that to theft related.
Well, I don't, because we're not submitting it. We can just leave it be. I'm submitting these 2. We'll see if it's right. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
No. If you delink that, you might have got another correct substantiation, but...
Maybe. Still got an A+ rank though, so fuck it.
Yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're not doing a 100% completionist run, we're just trying to get it right.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, to be fair, we still not used any hints.
No, we haven't. We use our brains.
Well, so try to, anyway.
Yeah.
Is Justin really the innocent boy that Donna believes? Well, let's just say Justin had a side swim that she was oblivious to. Do you think she was lying? No, I think she was in denial. No one wants to believe their kid is involved with that sort of thing. Max... Oh, there's a typo there.
Max must know more. Where?
They haven't put a capital J.
Oh, yeah.
That's a proper noun. So, developer, if you're watching this, you're cocked up. Did you get anywhere with a logo on the bats? Yep, from a sports bar downtown. One of your regular haunts? Yeah, maybe once or twice. So, I guess that's where we're going next.
Yeah.
You spend more time in, going back to LA Noire again, in more weird bars and things than any other bloody crime scene locations in the entire game. There's so many bars in LA in that of it, like there's than fucking anything else. You go to at least one every single mission, it seems. Especially during the homicide desk.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Daredevil again.
Yes.
Like, they did a very good job of making it feel like it literally just continues on from the Netflix series.
In what
Because
way?
honestly, in like that it doesn't really have much of the greater MCU involved in it.
Yeah.
Although, in episode 2, Fisk did drop a line alluding to Spider-Man, so...
Oh, okay, so just mention and acknowledge them. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
Kingpin was initially a Spider-Man villain in the comics, you
Yeah,
know?
because he's like doing his like mayoral speech, and is like, we don't need vigilantes, like guys running around with machine guns and a skull on their chest, or guys leaping around in spider costumes, or guys dressed like the devil to save our city. We need, like, you know, actual people.
Yeah. People like me.
Would be very, very interesting if Spider-Man made a cameo appearance.
I mean, Charlie Cox did make a cameo in No Way Home,
Yes.
didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So Daredevil is one of my favourite like characters, I have to say, in terms of like comic. Like, sure, I like the X-Men. I used to like Cyclops before he turned into a cop, and I quite like Magneto.
Yeah. But I think it helps as well that
Iceman.
Charlie Cox seems to be just like a great guy in real life as well.
He does seem to be, yeah. I mean, I like most of the X-Men characters, generally. It was the main series I first started out in comics with was X-Men and Spider-Man. And mostly X-Men, because there was all the ones we could get. Gwenpool I quite like, especially her first series. I don't really care for Deadpool very much. The various different Spider characters I like Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider as she's called now. Miles Morales as Spider-Man I quite like. But Daredevil, yeah, a lot of the like street vigilante hero characters I like more than fucking Iron Man and Hulk and Thor and things. Although I did like Lady Thor, Jane Foster. I thought she was quite good.
Yeah. But what are his sticks called that Daredevil uses?
Oh, like the like the nunchucky things he has.
Yeah, because he does actually use them to swing around a bit more in the new series.
I don't know what they're called. I don't know if they have a name.
They do. Somebody else said it, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
Anyway.
Yes, we hear about the trouble last night, apparently. What trouble? The kids are back. Apparently gave him a warning last time. Fat lot of good that did. Sorry to hear about that. Sorry's not going to stop them. They were intimidating customers. Again. Vandalising the bar. Again. And they stole my pride and joy. Presumably, the empty case on the back of the top of the bar, there at top of the bar is where the baseball bat came from. Yeah.
Yes.
Ask away if it helps catch the thugs.
Captain Baseball Bat Boy.
Captain Baseball Bat Boy. Tell us about the incident last night, first of all. Tell us about the kids that came in. I told you it's not the first time I've reported them causing havoc. Well, it's the first time I've investigated it, so if you would indulge me and answer my question, please. About 10 of them came charging in, heading straight for the bar. You didn't serve them, presumably. I'm not stupid. It's not like they didn't try, though. They were loud and annoying, but they were just for distraction. While I was dealing with them, one of them was trashing my pool table. The one at the pool table, was he the ringleader? Not sure if you'd call him a ringleader, but he was definitely the one causing the damage. He was acting alone. Perhaps he was showing off, or showing his worth to the gang. Maybe, if that's what he was doing. He did a good job. He was definitely the main attraction. I suppose you heard his surname. Matthews? Zeke Matthews? I've been out of the troublemaking business a long time, but even I know you don't use full names. Would you be able to give me a description of the twat, at least? Apart from being in his late teens, nothing distinct about him. Average thug. Why, what's so important about him anyway? We've had reports of similar damage in other businesses around town. They could be linked. Wouldn't surprise me. They get away with it once, they're going to keep doing it. That's enough questions for now. So, vandalizing. Gang-related. Or theft-related.
Indeed.
Can we... Oh, Zeke's tags.
We've got the... Yeah, Zeke's tag on the pool table. So that does confirm it was him doing the vandalising.
Yes, because it's the same as the one from the diner.
Yep.
Which... Who can... What can I link that to?
Gang related? Or causing havoc?
Yeah. That one, probably. No?
No?
No.
No? Maybe just gang related then, because it's a gang tag.
Maybe.
No?
I don't know. Maybe I don't have to link it to him or anything.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have to look around first. There might be more.
Yes. Yeah, she might be right. It could be something else we're missing. Oh. What's this
Yeah,
dance?
there's something there. Black spray paint. Well, there we go. We've got our what they used to draw the tag.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a tag which is all over the place around here. which is a tag of Sonic the Vandal. And I shit you not,
Oh.
my partner and all her closest friends, because they know I'm a fucking autistic about Sonic the Hedgehog, they think it's me. They think it's not. It's not. It's not mine at all, but they don't believe me. They think it's me, and it's not. Which is, I think, is quite funny, but. I mean,
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think Sonic the Vandal's funny anyway, but like, yeah, it's not mine.
Turn the camera. No, other way.
Which way?
One more time. No,
Where
go
am I-
back over towards behind the bar. I thought there was something. Oh no, it was what you've already interacted with. It was just from a different angle.
Oh, okay.
Right, let's go and talk to Guy.
We haven't seen the hidden item yet.
No, we haven't.
Tell us about the graffiti can. I'm assuming it's the one he was using. Yeah, by the time I got round the bar, he'd already finished his art. It's just damn scribbles, if you ask me. And the empty case, your pride and joy. My bat, the slugger, had made me the high school home run records. Well, for a year at least. Unfortunately, your slugger is now evidence in a homicide. They steal the only thing that means anything to me, and they use it as a weapon. You saying it's the same kid that damaged the pool table who took it? Yeah, of course I did. Little punk got behind the bar and stole it from the case without a second thought. So you actually saw Zeke go behind the bar and steal the bat, so why didn't you try and stop him? I'd come round the front of the bar to grab one of them, and when I looked back, he had his hands all over my bat. Just to reiterate, it was only Zeke behind the bar. Sounds like he was the one putting on a real show. He was the only one, but that doesn't mean the others are any less guilty. That's not what I'm saying, just trying to gauge how much he was acting on his own accord. The others thought it was hilarious and they were goading him on, if that makes any difference. So what happens next? So he's got hold of the bat, then what? Chased him, well, tried to, didn't have much of a chance keeping up. And that was the last you saw of him? Any idea where they were going? Running out of the lot, I heard something about a Max. I was a bit too preoccupied to worry about where they were going. And you sure it was Max that you heard? Yeah. He could have been any one of them or just another thug, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
'cause
interesting.
he was talking about Zeke as if he was, just trying to show off for the gang. What if Max is actually like the gang leader?
Oh, you think?
Potential.
I think we've got everything here.
I'm just looking to see if I can see the hidden object.
I think we might have missed it in the game studio, truth be told of you.
Yeah, maybe.
They've
Well,
all been-
like I said, we're not doing a completionist run anyway.
I know,
so-
I know. But all the hidden objects have
What
been
is
in
it
part 3 so far.
Yeah, what is the hidden object for?
You
Exactly.
you can unlock alternate character costumes with them.
Oh, yeah. So it's not actually vital to the gameplay.
Nothing vital to the plot or anything, but you do get achievements if you find them, and you unlock character costumes if you do.
I'm sure you've probably already got those before.
On the Switch version, but not on this version. This is a brand new, fresh install, so... Yeah.
Right, anyway.
So let's take a look at our evidence tab here, yeah. So Zeke mentioned Max. I think we can probably link the two of those together then.
Yes.
Caused all damage. No, he stole the bat, which was abandoned at the crime scene.
Gang of teens encouraged Zeke could be linked with caused all damage.
Yes. There we go. That probably gives us... Oh, it gives us with, as you call him, Mr. Scrungle. So we can connect Zeke and his gang with a bat that killed Justin. Yeah, guy's account of Zeke stealing it from behind the bar confirms it. Strange that he was the only one on some sort of vandalism rampage. Showing off to his gang mates, maybe proving a point. That he deserved his place in the gang? If the gang Justin was running... Sorry, that car just appeared in the window.
Yeah.
It didn't... I don't know if it came in or if it just like appeared in the middle and then... That was just really weird. I'm going to have to watch that on playback. It just seemed to pop in. Yeah, it just popped in and disappeared. That was great. If the gang
and it's
Justin
completely
was...
2D as well.
It is, yeah. If a Justin was running was with Zeke's rival, surely there's a motive to attack him too. A better way to get a name for yourself than killing someone from a rival gang. Yeah, the car is completely flat, I just noticed.
Yeah, they didn't really think about that when they placed this camera angle.
Nope. Gang initiation.
Yeah, a new member. I don't think the Max accused Zeke of... Well, yeah, no, it could... it could have been connected in the long run, but I think for now it's not necessarily important. But, yeah, I think maybe...
Do we think it's Max or Zeke, though?
Well, for now it's still Zeke. Because he's the guy that they're all talking about at the moment. Max wasn't here. He's only been mentioned. Well, I think it's Max in the long run. But for now, with what evidence we currently have, it's still Zeke.
What a name. Apologies to any Zekes in the audience who might be watching this, but your name is stupid. Yeah, there we go. Gang initiation, huh?
Yeah.
Ominous.
Like I say, I think Max is the gang leader.
Okay, spoke with uniform. We were right. The two gangs are at war.
Oh, okay.
Something Max can probably shed some light on. About that, nobody knows where he is. Do you think he ran? We need to find him. We may have a more pressing matter to deal with first. Over finding our runaway Max? Call just came in. Body has been found in the parking lot of Guy's Sports Bar of Zeke Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
So our main suspect now turns up dead.
Mm-hmm.
So like someone caught up with him before we could. I'll start the car. Well, that's interesting.
Indeed.
Oh, there's
Not entirely.
The last few have all been 5-chapter ones. This is 6.
Oh.
This is a longer story, so we might be going on a little bit longer than we have done previously, folks, but saying that, episode 1 was like close to 2 hours, so who knows.
Yeah. Let's get cracking.
Mm-hmm. Gonna crack some eggs.
My balls. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind.
Dr. Robotnik's hit new single, Cracking Eggs.
It looks like he's been hit over the head with a brick.
It does, yeah. So Zeke Matthews is conveniently found dead when he is our prime suspect.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost too convenient, if you ask me.
I mean, it's inconvenient for us.
It is for us, yeah. What a pleasure to see you again so soon. I lied. Can you tell us about what's going on? I thought that was pretty obvious. Yeah, we go over a few details, though. So, what happens to Zeke, who's now dead at your front door? You don't have to tell me, I found him. Now, walk us through what happens. Behind the bar, as usual, I heard something going on in the parking lot. Can you elaborate? I'm used to someone not handling their beer and starting some shit. The usual suspects were inside, though, so I came out and saw the kid on the ground. What did you hear? It was quiet, so the sound of revving and wheel spin caught my attention. Sometimes joyriders think it's clever to do donuts out here. And then what happens? Then I hear a loud thud, heavy like a dead weight hitting the ground. Oh, sorry, bad choice of words. So he got hit by a car.
Yeah, that's potential.
I mean, it did say lots of broken bones, so...
Yeah.
Seems an awful coincidence that he vandalizes your bar, the next day he shows up dead in your car park outside. I called you guys. If I killed someone, do you really think I'd do it here? It doesn't answer my question. I told you it was behind the bar. All the people inside can confirm. I only heard Zeke was around when Reed called. Who's Reed? He'd had more hassle with Zeke than me, than anyone. He called early.
Reed was the
guy in the diner, yeah. He called early to say that he'd been hanging around the diner again. What else did Mr. Stanfield have to say? Not a lot. Seemed pretty fired up. I said I'd be ready if he came back, but he never even made it to my door. So, Zeke was at the diner again. That's interesting. Oh, there's a CCTV camera. Let's see if that's... Is it even plugged in? It might be.
Possible footage. Okay, well, there's a few things scattered around the floor.
There is. There's lots of things. Overall, though, going back to Daredevil, you're enjoying the first few episodes?
Yeah. It's definitely like similar pace to the Netflix series, because like Disney Plus series are usually like 30-minute episodes most of the time, like 38 minutes. But the first episode was like a full-on hour.
Oh wow!
And the second episode was like 50 minutes.
I usually don't enjoy series which are just made for streaming because they don't know how to fucking pace themselves. They have lots of shows which are made for streaming. They have really poor pacing issues because, like, take the example of Star Trek Picard, for example. Series 2 of Star Trek Picard, so I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again, is the worst fucking series of television I've ever fucking seen. It was made for streaming, but it was essentially a 2-hour movie which was stretched out to 10 hours worth of series material, which is why it is so fucking painfully slow and so full of filler, which is just useless. And it has the weirdest editing choices for when episodes pause and begin, and it's baffling. It really, really is. But then you get the other end of the spectrum. You get the recent Section 31 film, which was supposed to be a streaming series that was hyper-condensed into a for-streaming movie instead, which was also dog shit. And I blame people's poor attention spans and things anyway, but also streaming services are part of the problem. They don't know how to serialize storytelling anymore. And it's just a case of people want stuff on demand all the time. We just got to get it all out now. We've got to have cliffhangers constantly, so we've got to keep people engaged. It's got to be all this. It's just no. They don't. The art of good storytelling and good story writing seems to have been lost in the past 5 to 10 years or so with streaming services. And to take another example, She-Hulk. I liked the concept of the She-Hulk series, but a lot of it was needless fluff and filler. And the episodes could have been a good 20 minutes shorter, and it would have been all the better for it. And really, you could have probably lost a couple of episodes because they played no part in the overall plot, and they were just kind of nothing filler fluff. They didn't really matter. And Again, I didn't have the issues with it the same way other people had issues with it. I didn't mind it generally. I think She-Hulk was fine. And again, talking with comic characters, She-Hulk in the comics is another one I don't mind, and not just because big, strong muscle mummy. That's not the reason. Despite what you may be thinking. And it was handled okay, but I don't really know how to well articulate my point, but services that are streaming service shows, I find, often struggle with pacing or with tone, and it has to be plot thread after plot thread, twist after twist after twist after cliffhanger. It's needless. It's needless and gratuitous, and they are either too stretched out or too hyper-condensed because they don't know how to pace a story. Star Trek Discovery is another one which also faced problems with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's 2 episodes of Daredevil out at the moment.
Yeah, it's too soon to say with 2 episodes, but...
it definitely feels like a slow burn. Like, it's been very action light. It's had its action moments, but it's sort of saved them...
for when it matters and it's important.
Like, it opened... Yeah. Like, the first episode opens, like, the first 15 minutes is like a big plot thing that happens that sets up the whole series. But then, like, by the end of episode 2, it doesn't really feel like it's gone that much further. But you get a lot of the, like, character moments, like Daredevil and Kingpin, like, sat down at a diner.
Yeah, well, that was
a conversation,
and that was what was particularly decent about the original Daredevil series. It was kind of action light. I mean, it had its moments, and those moments were really fucking good. But
yeah,
in a 45-50-minute episode, you only maybe had 10 minutes of that. Maybe condensed into one 10-minute scene, or maybe bookending at the end, starting at the end, or it was spread throughout because stuff happened. As the series went on, it got more and more violent because the involvement with the gangs and Kingpin and his minions and the other mob bosses, etc. So it picked up. Jessica Jones is another one. There was barely any in Jessica Jones. A lot more of that was suspense and plot driven, particularly for most of series 1 until it got to the actual showdown and stuff with Purple Man.
Yeah, I mean, I barely even remember Jessica Jones actually using her powers.
Well, she didn't like to, that was the thing. God, you should read the original Jessica Jones series, it's interesting.
But yeah, no, episode 2 was very heavy on Kingpin doing his behind the scenes pulling of the strings.
Yeah, security cameras are dead ends. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Too easy.
Go on.
But yeah, just like, because Kingpin kind of got watered down in the other Disney Plus stuff he's appeared in, but this is him back to form. Like, what's the best way to put it? Like, he's always like 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, that's what was good about. That's what I like about Kingpin, is that he's clever.
Yes.
And as I say, he was initially a Spider-Man villain, originally, all the way back when he was first introduced. But then he got given to Daredevil because, well, Daredevil didn't really have many decent villains.
Yeah, but like he's not only is he like physically strong, but he's also that extra level of intimidating because he's always 2 steps ahead.
Justice for Wally Wood as well. Justice for Wally Wood.
I don't know who that is.
He was the artist who is well known for being responsible for the most iconic Daredevil costume and some of his storylines as well, and providing the art for them.
Oh.
He is also most well known for, more iconically, I suppose, or I say iconically, more infamously well known for his work on Power Girl. Over at DC Comics. Wally Wood is the reason why Power Girl has a boob window in her outfit. And it's also the reason why her tits are so fucking big. Because he was annoyed that his work as an artist was being looked over and ignored. So what he decided to do was he gradually drew her tits bigger and bigger and bigger over multiple issues until one of the higher-ups noticed. And by the time they did, they were already nearly fucking F-cups and they'd gone to print, and there was nothing they could do about it. It had to stay. So he did it on purpose, deliberately, to drive home a point that nobody was paying attention, and he was right.
Yeah.
He is also quite well known for a again, infamous artwork piece called the Disneyland Memorial Orgy. I will leave it at that, because anything I say on that will probably not be suitable for YouTube whatsoever. But you can guess from the name.
Anyway, I think we've waffled on long enough.
We have. Let's take a look at this bloody crime scene, because, if you want Power Girl's tits, go look them up in your own time. So let's have a look at what we've got here. Blood on the glass. We've got broken glass, twisted metal, joyriders potentially, which we can link to the tyre tracks, presumably, which is up here. I think that makes sense.
We could also, the vehicle can also be linked to the twisted metal, the broken glass.
You think the vehicle as well?
Well, yeah, because it could have been from one of the windows. We haven't got any.
The brick could be with the broken glass, you know.
Could.
We don't know that yet.
Try linking the vehicle with severe trauma, broken bones.
I already have.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
It's a bit clearer now, sorry.
Yeah. Maybe the brick?
With the broken bones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. It didn't unlock a deduction link, so...
No, it didn't.
Okay, heard revving and wheel spin can be linked with tyre tracks.
It can.
Oh, what did that just... I heard the scribble.
It's when I open this, it's our notebook.
Right.
It's our notebook.
Okay, we're missing something.
We are. There's something which we're not getting here. The audience is probably screaming at us. They usually do. I think the vehicle is our what, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the brick, because the vehicle hitting him explains the trauma and the broken bones.
Yeah.
So that's fairly self-explanatory, I think, for that one. As for our who, I don't know.
The metallic can the metallic paint be linked to vehicle directly, or?
I can try. Nah. Tricky one now. We were talking about this one being fairly easy, and all of a sudden it's thrown a curveball at us.
Yeah.
Ironic, considering the baseball bat's the murder weapon. Oh, come on, I get points for that. Tough crowd. I'll get me coat. Right, now this looks a little bit better. What can we link? We can link the vehicle and the tyre tracks at least. And
it's definitely neater.
That there. So, guy got a call from Reed about Zeke. We can link to Reed Stanfield, definitely.
Well, heard revving wheel spin can be vehicle, obviously.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, got it.
Oh, what was it?
I linked tyre tracks with the vehicle here to that.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So the tyre tracks speeding into the person to cause the...
Right, yeah. Well, that took longer than it needed to.
Longer than I care to admit, good God. How long have we been looking at that bloody evidence screen?
Too long.
So, cause of death. It's too severe for just old-fashioned gang beatdown. So what about the vehicle? Well, if you're right, and it was, the fragments must be from the collision. Must have hit him with some speed to cause that much damage. So, another dead kid on our hands. Enjoy that one, YouTube metadata. Who do we have as a suspect? Reed? I mean, could he have done it for Donna? I don't think he'd go that far. Reed's told us that Zeke and his gang were scaring away his customers. If that meant he was losing business, Diner is his livelihood, that's a likely motive for me. Yeah, what do you make about the phone call? Why wouldn't he just phone us? Unless he was going to take matters into his own hands. Okay, so Max is still AWOL with a strong motive, and he hid in the garbage while his friend was beaten to death. Do you think he's out for revenge? We can't rule him out, we need to find him. Okay, so that gives us a lot more bits and pieces.
Yes.
Lots more bits and pieces. Well, headlight and bumper damage we can probably link to the vehicle.
Yep.
Because we'll be looking for a vehicle that's, been damaged, etc. So we can link those across.
Well, no, link the ones that have the question mark, because that substantiates them.
We don't have to substantiate everything, remember?
No, we don't have to, but it just gives us a better score at the end, if we do.
Okay. I'll do it your way.
Okay, Zeke threatened Reed's business, can be linked with Reed.
It can.
Obviously, Max's best friend can be linked with Max Glover.
So those are our two who's,
Yeah.
I think.
Reed and Max.
You think it's anything else?
No.
If I bring up Steam Overlay, can you see that?
No.
I don't know if OBS can if I bring it up. No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, something popped up for a brief second then. I saw the Steam logo.
Yeah, I was loading it. It's just because my friend's messaging me, so...
Oh.
I was hoping me popping up answering messages telling them to piss off wasn't popping up on the recording. I don't think it should. It's like, I'm busy, call me back later. I think that's everything we need here. The brick is a red herring. Justin is, Zeke and Bo's dead, so...
Yeah, it was definitely the car, and it was one of those two reasons, but I'm pretty sure it's Max. Well, actually...
Oh, we still missed a couple of things.
Yeah.
You suspect it was Max all along, then?
I mean... I don't remember what I said now, to be honest. I don't think... I know... I know he was lying about something.
Oh, absolutely. It's gone 11 o'clock at night. I don't blame you for not remembering. The tyre track suggests the victim was hit from behind, so he didn't even see him coming. Cause of death was injuries from the impacts. And on that, uniforms just radio in a description of a vehicle seen speeding away from the bar with a broken headlight that matches Reed's vehicle. So, maybe Zeke did push him over the edge. He was behind the wheel. No visual of the driver, but if the damage from the scene matches his car, we're closer. Do you really think he would take a life over some graffiti and a broken phone? Maybe that's not how he saw it. Diner is his life. People have been known to kill for less. Have we found Max yet? No. If there's one way to make yourself look guilty, though, it's going into hiding. Let's get an APB out on him. If he's involved, I want him found. Demanding. I like this side of you. So, looks like we're going back to the diner.
Yeah, I think Reed definitely killed Zeke, but I think Max was involved with Justin.
Well, we'll find out. All shall be revealed in this final confrontation.
I mean, I wouldn't have. I'll be surprised. It'll be a big plot twist if Reed killed Justin.
You think?
Well, yeah.
Could be interesting. No, I mean, you think he did it?
No, it would be a big plot twist if he did.
I don't think he did.
But way out of left field.
Mr. Stanfield, hello. We're back again. Give us some answers to some questions we got for you. Tell us about the hit and run. Got a report that a car matching yours was involved in a hit and run. And you think it was mine? No way. Thousands of cars like mine around here. But not all of those cars are owned by someone who has a motive for killing Zeke Matthews. He's dead, and you think it was me? He's been involved in a hit and run, and like I said, car matching yours was seen leaving the scene. Don't get me wrong, he got what was coming to him, but I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, okay. Tell us about the damage on the car then. Saw some damage to your car on the way in. Can you explain where it came from, if it's not from today? Still half asleep when taking out deliveries? You think I'd be stupid enough to do that? I rely on deliveries for extra cash. So explain how it happens. I was at the cross junction, and some idiot in a truck took the corner too fast and scraped the side. I got his details. Do you want me to find his number? It won't be necessary. Is that the only damage? The only damage I know about. So you've been here all day? Yep. Been rushing off my feet most of the day. Can anyone confirm you've been here the whole time? A couple of the regulars can. And who else has got access to your car? Keep the keys behind the counter. Just answer the bloody question. If I'm not out delivering, it sits outside. Sometimes it needs moving if we've got a full lot. Whoever is in normally does it for me. Has anyone moved it today? They must have. I always park it right up front, but it's at the back now.
Interesting.
Do you think his mum did it?
Possibly.
Just a thought that came to me. Think his... Oh! That looks like Max.
Oh.
Hiya!
Yeah.
Nice to finally catch up with you. Detective Clark, hello. Need you to clear some things for us. Clear up some things for us, even, if you could. Why are you here, first of all? Convenient you've shown up like this, but why? I wanted to see Justin's mum. Okay, but why? I had to tell her I was sorry. Sorry for what? I felt guilty. She needed to know how sorry I was. Yeah, but why do you feel guilty? What have you got to feel so guilty about? If it wasn't for me, Justin would still be alive. He was involved with a gang. He must have known what he was getting himself into. Yeah, I took him to a couple of meetups. He just wanted to know what we did. I never intended for this to happen. Taking a friend to a gang meetup. What did you think was going to happen? He wanted to make a quick buck, and after they saw how he could sell their stuff, he was set. And he ended up dead because of it. He shouldn't have even been there. It was my fault. So why was he even there? How did Zeke know Justin was going to be there that evening? He didn't. He must have followed me. So why would Zeke target Justin if he was following you? Justin was standing up for me. It was me. I was the target. Zeke wanted to settle some old beef that we had. I never meant for this to happen, as Damo's pipe would start banging once again. It's a bit late for that now.
Okay, so...
Oh, he sent an email. Hold your theories for now, let's just get through the interrogation. The email arranging the meet in the car park. You sent it. He wouldn't talk to me. The only way to get through to him was to ask him to think he was meeting for a deal. So, they were his substances at the scene. The only reason he was even there was because he thought he was making a deal. I just wanted to talk to him. Couldn't let him throw it all away. But you could let him take the beating from Zeke. So tell us about your alibi. Going AWOL isn't the best sign of innocence. Where have you been today? Oh, innocence? What am I meant to have done? You don't think I did it, do you? You are aware that Zeke Matthews was run down by a car this afternoon. What? No, I had no idea. I'm struggling to believe that when you have a strong motive for revenge for the death of your friends. I hated him, but I wouldn't want to kill him. He killed your friend while you hid in a dumpster. Surely that doesn't sit well with you. Of course it doesn't. I couldn't have done it though. I've been here all day. Ask Reed. Come back if I've got any more questions. Don't go anywhere. I've got my eye on your Sonny Jim. So, there's a lot of information there. A lot of information.
Yeah. Could have been Max that took the keys from behind the counter.
Yeah, it could. It could.
But I don't think Max killed Justin, though. I think it was definitely Zeke killed Justin and then someone killed Zeke.
Ask away. How long has Max been here? A good while. He came in to speak to Donna. We had a pretty heated conversation. Then she stormed off. I just thought she was taking a break. Do you know what they were talking about? No idea, but I heard Justin's name come up and that's all I could hear. And he's been here since then? Yeah. Ordered some food, sat down at the bar waiting for it to come back, and he didn't want to talk to me. I did call for her. I thought they should just sort out whatever was going on, and she must not have heard me. Was that normal for Donna to ignore you calling for help? No. She's normally straight back out. She knows if I'm calling it must be busy or I need her. She hates missing out on tips. I mean, I think most American servers would hate to miss out on tips, really, given the shit show that is the fact that they have no minimum wage over there. So, you know, I think most servers would be annoyed if they missed any potential tips and things. I would be. So, verified Max's alibi.
Can be linked with here all day, just ask Reed.
Yeah.
Reed says Max was waiting for Donna, can be linked with Max came to talk to Donna.
Where's that, sorry? Oh, right, yeah, I see it. Buggeration. Is there anything else? Oh god, back over here again. So, tell us about the conversation with Donna. Came to see her here this morning and I told her everything and it all came flooding out. The meeting, the gang, his murder. I can't imagine she took that very well. Never seen someone go so white so fast. I thought she was going to throw the pot of coffee on me, but she just got up and left. Where'd she go? I called after her, but she disappeared into the back. Waited for her to come back so I could apologise, but Ree told me she'd gone on her break, so I waited. I'll come back
maybe
if I've got
she
any
did
more
take the car.
questions. Ah. I'm beginning to think she did, you know. She's not on our board, though.
Interesting.
She isn't a person on our board yet.
Maybe a link Max said she left for a while with keys are kept behind the counter.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it! I was hoping that one.
Hey, it was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Reed mentioned scrape along the side of the car. Link that with bumper and headlight damage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Max arranged park meeting. Wait. No, hang on. Never mind.
I don't think it matters that, verifying it. I don't think we need that.
Can we talk with the mother? Because I saw her at the counter.
Did you?
Yes, she's there.
I didn't even see her. Did we have a minute of your time? So tell us about the car. What exactly do you want to know? You should speak to him about his car. Yeah, we have. Now we'd like to speak to you about it. I understand the keys are usually left behind the counter. Sometimes. I'm not normally paying attention to where he keeps his keys. But you have used it and got the keys from there before? If he's asked me to move the car or something, yeah. What about the damage to it? Do you know anything about that? What sort of damage? Why don't you tell us about the damage that you know about? Well, I had a little bump with a street light. Nothing major, no one was hurt, only my pride. And the car? Cracked a headlight at worst. You're not going to arrest me for that, are you? And what about your whereabouts today? Been here all day, same as... Oh, no, you haven't.
No.
Also, I like how the sign behind the bar near the door says Route 99. It's like Route 66 turned upside down.
Mm-hmm. Here all day can be linked with Max said Donna left for a while.
Yep. It can. This is a mess. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit.
Yep.
Bear with. Okay, that's a little bit clearer now for me. So, first of all,
cracked headlights.
Oh, hang on. Right, yes, so now that that's cleaned up a little bit more, we can link the cracked headlights and the bumper damage.
Yep.
And keys kept behind the counter has access to the car. I think can be linked together.
Or try it with just Reed's car, or or maybe that unlocks something else that we can get for the final link. So
we'll link the vehicle as the broken bones thing again, so we know that that's the cause of that.
Yeah.
Reed says Max was waiting for Donna and... Yep, there we go. Max told Donna about Zeke. A few more questions. Now tell us about the time discrepancies. You've been here all day. What about your break? I had my time no longer. I'm entitled to that, am I not? So you stayed in a diner on your break. Someone can confirm that? I may have stepped out. Needed to clear my head. I can only imagine after what you've been through, so... This walk, you went alone. Care to take me through where you went? Yeah, I was alone. Can't really clear your head with someone else there. I don't know, just... around. So I take it you let Reed know you were leaving? Pretty sure he saw me leave, I don't have to tell him everything. I couldn't help but notice the damage to the car headlight looks... fresh. Maybe it wasn't me, it's Reed's car. He's not aware of any new damage, and the damage that matches the broken glass we found at the scene of Zeke's murder. It's a bar's parking lot. I'm sure there are plenty of accidents there.
How did she know it was the bar's parking lot?
Didn't mention anything about a bar's parking lot.
Stupid woman.
Wow. It's been a long couple of days for you. I'm sure you had a lot to think about, including finding out who murdered your son. I don't know what you're talking about. We spoke with Max. He told us about the conversation you had this morning. I know if I just find out who killed my son, I'd be on the hunt. No, it's not like that. Max told me all those lies about Justin. They weren't lies though, were they? Those thugs corrupted my boy. He would never have gotten involved with a gang and other bits and pieces. Maybe not. So, when you were out in Reed's car, when you found Zeke, he gave you more truths about Justin, I presume? No, I didn't speak to him. You don't know what you're talking about. No, here's how I think it went. Your boy was taken from you and you couldn't let Zeke get away with it. Just because I wanted him dead doesn't mean I would actually do it. True, it doesn't mean you did, but when you saw him, I imagine the pain of just losing him surfaced and you saw red. He didn't deserve to die like that, and Zeke just looks so squishy. So, you did see him? No, I didn't. The evidence is building up against you, Donna. We have a weak alibi. It's not a crime to go for a walk on your break. We have your knowledge of the fresh damage to the car, which Reed is unaware of. Or maybe he forgot what I told him. And we have a motive confirmed by Max. I couldn't take Max's lies anymore. So, when you got to the parking lot, you decided Zeke's fates, and he didn't even see you coming. He took everything from me. He had no remorse for what he'd done, I just couldn't take it. I think we can finish this up down at the station.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, she confessed to it.
Vengeance!
Yeah. Madonna saw red. She wanted vengeance.
Yep.
And... well,
Zeke killed
Donna's son. Yeah, links her to Zeke up there.
Well, that can also be linked to vengeance as well.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. Oh, well, I can't... Zoom, there we go. I couldn't... It wouldn't let me mouse down to get to it. I had to unclick and then manually drag.
Okay, so Donna Kugler with the knife in the warehouse.
Yes, it is very Cluedo now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't really put two and two together for that.
Vengeance.
A vengeance most foul. Isn't that the name of the new Wallace and Gromit film?
Yes, it is.
I haven't actually seen it, you know.
Or Revenge Most Foul or something.
Yeah.
I have watched it.
Was it any good?
It was just Wallace and Gromit.
Hey! Fan Dabby Dozy. I think we did alright on that in the end. I mean, we got stomped hardcore for longer than we care to admit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm glad it's done because it's bedtime.
Yes, it is. It is like 11:30 at night. Thankfully,
yeah, I've got to be up early tomorrow.
Well, thankfully, tomorrow's a day off for me.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it is. A scorned mother. Should have seen that coming. She's in holding. She's not stopped crying since she was brought in. I'm sure she hasn't. Like most of the perps we bring in, realising they're here for the long haul, probably just hit her that she'll never see her own sick mum again. That's the price she'll pay for murdering a teenage boy, no matter how awful he was. Zeke had already torn that family apart. Isn't that punishment enough? I'm not sure what you're getting at. Oh. Do we let her go?
Ooh.
Do we let her go, given everything that we know about them?
These other choices that we've had previously have been fairly, fairly innocuous, but this one's leaning a little bit more into vigilante territory.
In what regard?
Well, letting a murderer get away with it because it was technically justified.
Yeah, I think it was.
But at the same time, it's still killing someone. For revenge.
It's technically yes, it is still murder, but
This is
more of
starting to walk a very slippery slope now.
What would you do, audience?
Yeah.
I know you're not here in real time, but what would you do in this situation? Like, given what we know about, their business is struggling, her mum is incredibly ill, and a gang violence had already torn the family apart. and her son was murdered by said person in the gang.
Yeah, I mean,
She's been through enough.
I want to let her go, but it's
So do
still
I.
not the right thing to do.
It's the moral thing to do, though.
Yeah.
This makes me think of, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but in Line of Duty, there are moments that come up like this, where even though it's not the correct thing to do, they still make the moral choice to, like, let someone go towards the end, and we know it's the right thing to do. Or I'm not going to spoil Line of Duty. It's a good series, actually, well worth a watch. I think you'd like it. I really enjoyed it. I don't think we arrest her. I think we let her go.
Yeah.
Morally, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's
It's also not real life, so it doesn't matter.
True, but murder is murder, fine, but no, I don't think we arrest her. I think we
go the Daredevil route.
Yeah, I think we let her go. The car could have been someone else's. After all, it is circumstantial. And the damage to the headlights matching the scene of the crime, like Donna Head says, she hit a streetlight, and she's not wrong. There are plenty of shunts in every parking lot, not to mention broken bottles. Then Zeke Matthews' death would just go down as another unsolved gang killing. An unsolved case to both our names. I'm happier with that than tearing a family that has already lost so much even further apart. Yeah, and so am I. It's the right thing to do, isn't it? This one's on you. You didn't answer the question. I did. Oh, hello, it's the captain again. Read your recent case report. Yeah? Gang-related incidents seem to be on the rise again. We're not getting out of hand, I hope. Looks like they got their revenge. That should be enough for them. I hope so. I wouldn't want the public thinking this town is falling back into chaos. No, sirree. And regarding your other assignments... Yeah? I await your updates eagerly. Like I said, I think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And that is about it for this episode of The Murder Mystery Machine. Thank you very much for joining us today on Chapter 4, The Sinews of Thy Heart, or whatever it was called. It's all getting a little bit more intricate, isn't it? Moral choices and deception, duplicitousness, gang-related violence. How does this all interconnect with what we've got coming up? Who knows? Although, are you still enjoying the series at least so far?
Yeah.
Good, and if you're enjoying this as well, please do comment your thoughts down below. Be curious to see what you make of it. If you're enjoying it, did you make some of the connections that we didn't? Let's face it, you probably did because we're thick as two short planks, but hey-ho. As long as you enjoy the series though, that's all that matters, and we hope you join us next time for future episodes of Murder Mystery Machine. Take care, stay safe, and all being well, we'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.
Bye-bye, everyone. Right, I'm going to bed.